And welcome back to another episode of In Denial with your boys, Nejay and Kiyan. Kiyan, how you doing today?
I've been trying to hunt down this fucking hat for like a week now.
Same hat from last week.
Yes. Do you remember which one I was...
The very expensive hat,
the one with the
$100 hat
yes.
with the little stuffed animal
little
on top.
monster on top.
Little monster on top.
So
you
cute.
know what's monstrous? Your spending habits.
But I didn't buy it yet. I get $20 off orders over $200.
You gonna buy 2 of them, buddy?
I have to buy 3 because it would be less than 100. that's reasonable spending habits, no?
Is it? Is it?
Yes.
I don't think it is, big dog.
Yes.
I don't think so, big dog. I don't. Why are you like this, eh? Why are you so foolish, eh?
I'm sorry. It's in my code.
You better apologize.
I'm sorry.
Your family are so disappointed in you. I don't even know what accent I'm doing. I'm so disappointed.
It's very disappointed. Jamaican?
I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
Damn. You really do me dirty like that.
Yep.
On my birthday week.
Is it still your birthday week?
You said, well, 1 week starting from my birthday, so yes.
Fuck! Shit, I started that.
This is entirely your fault. For another, let's see, 3 hours and 14 minutes. It's still my birthday.
Why am I such an idiot? Ugh!
Anyways, you ready for this story?
Yeah, go ahead. What is it?
First off, have you ever... well, you know about the show You. The really creepy guy.
The Stalker?
The Stalker, yeah.
I know of the show. I have not watched it.
You haven't watched it,
but
though.
I do know of the show.
Yeah, and you know the premise.
Yes.
So this is very similar to that.
Go on.
It's kind of the gist that I got from reading this.
All right, go on.
All right.
I'm listening.
I, 26 female, found out that my husband, 27 male, legal, has been keeping a secret box of mementos on the top shelf of our closet. And I don't know what to do about it or if I should even bring it up.
Legal? Question mark?
Hard pass.
Hard pass. Okay. Hard pass.
Trigger warning, I guess. Stalking. Obsessive behavior.
Okay.
I found out that my husband has been keeping a secret box of mementos on... Oh, yeah, it's the same thing.
Okay.
I honestly don't know how the hell I'm supposed to talk about this. I genuinely am in disbelief. So backstory, my husband, let's call him Lee, and I have been together since our sophomore year in high school. We were each other's first everythings, and for the most part, I feel like we've honestly have a picturesque marriage. I'm currently 5 months pregnant with our first child and have taken it upon myself to DIY the guest bedroom into a nursery. But to do that, I wanted to sort through the stuff in there and get rid of anything unnecessary. I think it's relevant to say that I'm pretty short, 5'2",
okay,
so I don't really store things up high since I can't reach. But my husband's a foot taller than me, so he doesn't have this tendency, which is how I found the memento box on the top shelf. It was just a plain cardboard box, so I didn't think much of it at first. But since I didn't remember putting it up there, I wanted to see if it was something that needed to go into the storage, or if it was just junk. I don't know what I was expecting, but inside the box there was a photo album, a trash bag, and a black leather bag. This album just had my name plus Lee's name written on the cover, so I thought it'd be something sweet because Lee has a tendency to give me sentimental things. But no.
I feel like this is going to go in a horrible direction.
Yep.
Oh no.
The album was full of nude pictures of myself, all of them marked with dates, and a short journal-like entry. The first one was from our first time from when we were teens,
Oh no.
and the latest one was marked from the night I surprised him with my pregnancy announcement.
Okay.
Most of the pictures are poor quality, but some are clearly of me sleeping after the deed. These journal entries talk about how he ranks each experience and his favorite part of it, like some weird logbook.
Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
Yeah. It gets worse.
Oh no.
Inside the bags were some of my lingerie and even some old razors and hairbrushes. I don't know why on earth he keeps them, but he has 2 bags full.
Oh, buddy.
I don't know how or what to do. I mean, is this normal behavior? Is this some twisted form of romance on his part? A part of me feels like I shouldn't feel as disgusted as I am, but this violates
But
my
I'm
own...
still disgusted.
But I'm still disgusted, huh? Weird. But this violates my own boundaries since I explicitly told him in the past that I was against sending or giving any nude photos. Reddit, what do I do? I love my husband, but I'm not sure how to confront him about this. So, initial thoughts?
Initial thoughts, creepy as fuck, right? For a multitude of reasons, but mostly because the wifey was just like, yo, I don't want to do this, therefore we no do this. And the dude was just like, but what if we did?
Mm-hmm.
You know, what if we still did that thing that you explicitly told me that you didn't want to do?
You didn't want to do, yeah.
What if we still did that?
Like, it was like doing all that shit, but also like a ton more creepiness added to it.
Yeah. He fucked up there, but it's the... I don't know if it's the right word. I don't want to use the word incorrectly, but this is showing some sociopathic tendencies. I'm not sure if I'm using that word correctly, though.
Yes. Well, it is justified, and it's gonna get justified with the second part.
Based on what I'm seeing, it does look like I'm using that word correctly. Yeah.
100%.
Lack of empathy for others.
Yep.
Impulsive behavior.
Yep.
This one doesn't seem as impulsive. It seems more thought out, but done in a way without much thought behind it.
Yeah.
Like planned, but you still have no empathy. Attempting to control others with threats or aggression? Not really. Using intelligence, charm, or charisma to manipulate others? Possibly.
Yeah.
Not learning from mistakes or punishment? I would say he doesn't have a punishment yet, so it's hard to see that one. Lying for personal gain?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Big time there.
Shows a tendency towards physical violence and fights. No, I haven't seen that there, but yes.
Well, I don't think all of those have to be there for, like, someone to be labeled psychopath. Like, if it's all of those qualities, then that's like a mega psychopath. Ready for it to get worse?
Yeah, give it a go. Why not?
Alright. 5 months later.
Oh, lordy.
Update. So I'm not sure if anyone cares, and while I didn't reply to any of the comments, I did end up talking with my husband about this just a few days ago. I'm not going to lie, I wanted to just act like I didn't see anything and go on with my happy life. But after giving birth to my baby girl about a month and a half ago, I guess the stress and everything added up, and I let it slip in an argument. I don't remember all that was said, but I was exhausted, and my husband, while he's been super helpful and took over the household chores for me and helps out with the baby girl, had just been getting on my nerves. I sort of exploded on him in a way I'm not proud of. Worst of all, he wasn't even doing anything. All he had been doing was reminiscing about how I used to make a Sims family of us when I was in uni, and how creepy it was. He said it endearingly. I don't really know why I got so mad, but I basically said something along the lines of how he's the creepy one because he has a secret stash of stuff hidden from me. I felt really bad because he got all pale and went quiet, and then he sort of said he needed space and went to blow off some steam at the shooting range, which he does a lot when he needs to think, so I didn't question it. Shooting range, eh? You still sure about the lack of physical aggression?
I think he's ticking off a couple more boxes there.
Yep. Where the fuck was I? He came back home around dinner and said he was ready to talk. I asked him about all of the things I found, especially the photos. I reminded him again that I never agreed to making nudes of any sort, and he apologized and agreed to burn them. Apparently our history goes back further than even I knew, as he recounted that we actually met before high school. I had no idea, but his mom, who's a divorce attorney, was the very same one my mom used when she separated from her first husband, not my dad. I called my mom after to confirm, and she told me it was true, but her and my mother-in-law never told me because my mom's divorce was messy and she hates talking about it. Mm-hmm. Anyways, back to the first meeting thing. My mother-in-law at the time often had Lee hang out around her office after school, and it was during one of these days that my mom had to take me with her to speak with mother-in-law in person. Lee was actually the boy that I played with in the waiting room. I can't believe he remembered that because I totally forgot it. So, according to him, that first meeting was the day he knew I was special. Lee told me that while he had tried to pass it off as a crush, as he got older, it never really went away, which led him to look into his mom's case files.
Damn, boy, you crazy!
In my state, attorneys had to keep them for 7 years. And he found my mom on Facebook, then my dad in her friends list, and managed to find my first and last name in order to find my Instagram. He had convinced his parents to let him transfer from his private K-12 school to my public high school, using the excuse that they had a better athletics program, which isn't actually far-fetched since my high school was one of the best in the state for that. Once he found out where I was going, thanks to my dumb self putting it in my bio, I thought that us meeting was a sheer coincidence, and that we fell in love naturally. Jesus. A classic sort of high school sweethearts.
Oh no.
But no, Lee had orchestrated it all.
Jesus Christ.
I took my daughter with me to stay with my mom and stepdad, while Lee agreed to stay home and let me think. I spoke to my mom as well as mother-in-law and father-in-law. Lee's parents are not happy with him in all honesty, and mother-in-law is especially mad because of client confidentiality.
Jesus.
My mom gave me some good advice that being that I should reflect on it, Lee had displayed any other red flag behaviors. I can honestly say that no, he hadn't, but since I know I'm biased, I asked my friends and those close to me if they noticed anything. So far, everything else about Lee seems to check out. I've never felt endangered by him, even when I told him I needed some distance for a few days. I want to make this marriage work, Reddit, but is this something that therapy can fix? Another comment from the poster.
Oh, Lord.
Lee told me that he didn't mean anything by it and wanted to just have a keepsake collection of some memorable moments we shared. But he did acknowledge that he knew it was wrong and apologized, and he promised me he'd get rid of the pictures by burning them. I might as well get through a small update right after this.
Okay.
Yeah, before we jump into the opinions here.
I'm terrified. Go on.
Lee and I have since been going to couples counseling, and he's going to individual therapy. After the whole drama that happened a few months ago, the update is like a few months after.
Oh, okay.
The whole drama that happened a few months ago, he sort of had a come to Christ moment, where he realized that the way he had been obsessing over the idea of me wasn't the same as a healthy love. We spent a few weeks apart so he could work on himself, and he turned over his device's passwords and accounts to me so that I could go through and calm my worries because I was really anxious about the explicit photos. Since then, though, we're back in our house and with our baby girl, and our marriage is back on track and better for it. So,
go on.
Want me to go first?
Yeah, you go
okay,
first.
Okay.
I'm still pondering.
You're still pondering
this situation? Cause
okay.
Like, part of me is like.
Okay, so two things.
Okay.
The first thing is just like, is it okay for someone to show those few creepy qualities to themselves? But everything else is perfect. It's like, it's funny because we were playing a similar game like on the boys' nights that you weren't there for.
My apologies.
It was literally a game called Red Flags where like you try and like put down like the perfect for the perfect girl.
Yes, I think I've played this game.
And you sabotage each other by like giving them red
flags. Yeah.
So it's kind of like it's like the perfect guy for this girl, and like he's doing everything right, But the only thing is, he has like obsessive compulsive behavior, sociopathic behavior.
Yep.
And he orchestrated you to get together in the first place. Like, that was... The meet cute was a lie. He just made it happen. Is it...
He planned the meet cute.
He planned the meet cute.
For those who don't know what a meet cute is, it's like this... Is it an anime term? Is that from an anime?
I think it's just like a fictional term in a way.
Okay, because like I honestly did not know this was a thing until somebody brought it up. But it's like those times where like in anime they do it a lot where like the girl is like running down this road with like a piece of bread in her mouth or some shit, and the guy just turns around and she bumps into him.
Yeah,
and
the corner.
knocks him over or some shit like that. Like, and it's basically like a funny way that two characters meet up and they're like the romantic interest.
It's like the classical like K-drama, like bumping into each other. It's like,
oh, the girl drops all of her books and shit. The guy
like she's
helps
falling.
pick them up.
Well, no, it's like she's falling or she's about to like fall down a pair of stairs or something. And
Oh,
he
he grabs her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
It's like, are you okay, princess?
Oh. Is Daddy's little kitten all right?
Is Daddy's little kitten? Meow. Rawr. But it's kind of like that. Is it worth it if like they're like fine in every other way?
I think that's very dependent, right?
Is it like enough to look past? Because to be fair, I'm severely playing devil's advocate here.
Okay. All right. Literally.
He did apologize for everything. He was like, "I'm sorry. I will get rid of all of that. Don't let this..." And like they're doing therapy, they're doing counseling and all of that. Don't leave me.
Don't leave me.
Honestly, for me, it just sounds like desperation at this point.
It does.
Like, now that he got caught, he's like, oh, no.
Don't leave me, baby girl. No, stop.
The daughter. We gotta do this for our daughter.
Do it for the daughter. But yes, what I think is going on is very much just like... It's one of those things where it's just like, yes, you've been with this man for who knows how long with this daughter. How long did it say this marriage was? Did it say?
I mean, since high school.
So a hot minute.
I mean, the marriage itself, no, but the relationship should be like towards a decade. Does it say their ages? Yeah, 26 and 27.
Yeah, so close to a decade.
So close to a decade, yeah.
So, like, in that time, you've gotten to see the type of person he is, but obviously now you've seen these new sides of him that you didn't know were there.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess you could argue for his side and be like, oh, well, you know, other than that, he's still a good father, he's still a good person, he still takes care of you guys, he still obviously cares about you guys to an obsessive level. And for a lot of my girl homies, I don't think that would be a problem for them. I'm gonna be dead ass. I'm gonna be so dead ass.
Oh my god, you're obsessed with me?
Oh, yeah, literally. I feel like a lot of my girl homies would be like, you're obsessed with me.
Oh my god.
You like love me or something.
Stop it, but keep it going.
Yeah, keep stalking me.
Stop. Oh my god, you went through
but like also
legal files just to find me?
Stop this. Who are you?
Who are you? I think there are a fair amount of people that fantasize like Joe Goldberg from the show You.
Yes, because they have issues that they need to take care of in therapy. That's why that show is so popular. There's just a bunch of people with
fangirling for him.
Fangirling. It's the same sort of fangirls who be writing letters to serial killers and shit.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I would definitely tell... excuse me. Mm-hmm. I would definitely say that this is one of those situations where it's like, yeah, you can't really be like, this is okay behavior.
No, definitely
This is definitely something that needs to be worked upon, but it also depends on what your reaction is to this type of behavior, right?
Yeah.
If you're completely like, I don't think I can trust who you are anymore, like how much of this was an act, how much of this was really you, blah, 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 right? But,
she seems to be on the side of, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Like she can, like, move past this.
Yeah, it's kind of getting to that point, but also it's like, is that actually how you feel, or is that, what's it called? Is that you just saying that because you have a daughter and you don't want to throw this all away, so, you know, you're trying to make it work? let's hope that she's being honest about it, because that's what we want, because ideally, your kid's happy with that situation, but you also have to think about yourself. So
no, here's the thing. Let's go to the mindset of just like it went in the horrible direction.
Okay.
Her or her child are not safe.
Okay. Yeah.
The guy took over her Reddit's page.
Oh.
Why don't you like read through that last update again and see what it feels like if it's through the perspective of him.
Oh shit! Okay.
It's just that last paragraph.
The small update here.
Yeah.
Lee and I have been going to couples counseling, and he's going to individual therapy. After the whole drama that's happened a few months ago, he's had some of a come to Christ moment where he realized the ways he's been obsessing over the idea of me wasn't the same as a healthy love. We spent a few weeks apart so he could work on himself, and he turned over his devices, passwords, and accounts to me so I could go through and calm my worries, because I was really anxious about the explicit photos. Since then, though, we're back in our house and with our baby girl, and our marriage is back on track and better for it. This is a repost. I am not the OP. Oh, okay.
But like compared to the other ones that like she posted, like they were fairly like long-winded and all that.
Yeah.
So just like felt like a very like everything's fine. We just checked everything. Like everything's good. Praise be to God. And literally the comments are just like, can someone like check up on them? Make sure there isn't like a glass cage in the basement, like in the show.
I was like, to paraphrase a famous tweet Reddit, I just found a bunch of missing women's driver's licenses in my fiance's sock drawer. Should I still go through with the marriage? The wedding's tomorrow.
Oh no! Oh no! But yeah, I feel like it's just very terrifying being a girl in this day of age. Not even this day of age, since ever.
Yeah, I was open to hearing his side of things until I got to the part where instead of talking, he first needs to blow off steam by repeatedly shooting a gun. And I'm like,
sorry, may I have some space for a second? Brap, 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 brap.
Are you aiming at the targets? Yeah, I'm pretending they're school kids.
I'm pretending they're my wife. I mean school kids.
Oh boy, this is gonna be a problem.
Yeah. Honestly, for something that's been
I'd
like,
put your kid in therapy too.
No, it's like straight up serial killer behavior that this guy had like since he was a kid. And he's been going at it, and like he's not really getting any like repercussions or like any like what's the word when not side effects, like penalties
for him or for the kid.
For him.
I don't know if there's gonna be any penalties.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's no like negative
repercussions.
There we go.
Yeah.
There's no repercussions on his side, and so how is he gonna like learn from these mistakes? Because she's kind of like just accepting it for what it is. It's like, and the fucking excuses are just like, I found God. Like, oh my gosh, shut the fuck up. Like, I remember I came across this one TikTok that was like blowing up about all these like OnlyFans girls. How a lot of them are trying to get out of the business now, and because it's a very like it works in the moment, it works in the beginning, like good money in the beginning, but like very shortly they realize it's not like long term.
For a lot of them, it's not a sustainable.
It's not, and so like they're trying to like get out of the business, but they're not really succeeding. Mia Khalifa is a big example of this. Like she blew up and then she was like, no, I don't want to do this. She started making her like makeup or clothing brand or whatever it was. Obviously didn't pop off, and now she's like sneaking back in, but everyone's just like, no, we're not gonna say yes to damaged goods.
It's also like a huge reputation hit for a lot of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why people are. But then there's also the opposite side of that, where there's also groups of people who are just like, "Yas, queen, like fucking do it up."
Yeah.
Get your cash.
Get your cash. Yeah.
How'd that song go? Get your
bread. Get your head. Then leave. Peace out.
Yeah, like that. Some people are very much that mentality. So they're like, it's two ways, right? But I feel like I keep seeing a lot of people just being like, oh, she has an OnlyFans opinion rejected. And I'm like, damn, dog.
They got a link tree in their bio. But it's like, what's it called? So yeah, it's the digital footprint, right? Like, you won't be able to get another, like, white collar job.
Yeah.
Ever after, like, you put yourself out like this. But what I was trying to originally say is, like, a lot of these people, to try and, like, get out of it, they have like a coming of God moment where just like, oh my God, I now see the light. I see all the wrong things that I've been doing. I'm a different person now.
I am ready to what's it called?
To re-enter society.
Yes, I'm ready to be a better person. And I'm just like, buddy.
You're just mad because you ain't getting the bag.
Yeah. You're just mad you got caught, bro. Let's be real.
But pretty much the same thing happened here.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing happening here. So I'm just like, look, if you're not willing to be upfront and honest, then what are you really doing?
Exactly.
Like, what's going on here?
No, fuck this guy. I would say, like, best advice, just get out.
See, but, like, here's the thing, and the reason why I feel like she shouldn't is because, she should, but she should do it in a much more careful way.
Oh, 100%. But how would you go about that? This guy
seems like bad news.
100%.
But also, I don't know what his mentality is, right? Because you could argue, like, oh, he's been doing everything for her, so obviously he cares a lot about her, and it's like, does he care a lot about her?
Or he cares too much about her.
No, like, there's a difference between caring about someone and just wanting them in your life, right? I feel like right now, he's very much wanting her in his life, but not actually caring about her.
She did say, like, he's a very sentimental kind of person, so, like, because originally she thought it was, like, a sentimental gift that, like, the box was. So, like, yeah, it could be, like, he is hitting all the points correctly. But even then, there's that psychotic behavior part of it.
Which is...
And how we orchestrated them, like, meeting each other, and it's, like, a lot of it is very red flaggy.
It's very red flaggy, but I think the issue is he was never upfront about it. Like, it could be, like, one thing to be like, hey, I knew about you before. Like, let's say at the start of their relationship, they've been a couple months into dating. It's like, hey, I want to tell you something. She's like, yeah, what's up? Yeah. He's like, oh, you remember that first time we met up and you thought, like, haha, like, this is such a weird coincidence or whatever? Yeah. No, I actually planned for that because, like, I really like you and I wanted to make it, like, really, like a positive experience. So, like, I planned that. Like, maybe after having, like, a proper conversation about it, sure, it's just, then it becomes something you two can kind of laugh about looking back at the past and shit, but then it's just like, what's going on here?
Oh, no, hold up, wait a minute. But also just, like, in a fucking divorce attorney's office, that's where they really met.
Crazy. Crazy.
Sus as fuck.
What a sussy baka. But yeah, that I would say leave the dude, but who knows what he'll do if you leave the dude. So be careful if you do plan on leaving this dude.
Please be careful.
Please be very careful.
Oh, big yawn.
Big yawn. Okay, let me take a quick break, and we'll be right back. I'm gonna pop an espresso in my mouth.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, baby. Okay, we're back. The reason why I'm in such a good fucking mood, we just did the crispiest hand clap.
You demanded it from the gods.
Yeah. We high-fived, and the first high-five was a fuck-up, and I was like, okay, high-five me again. We high-fived. It was a good high-five. Good one. And then I was like, okay, now dap me up and make it crispy. And that shit was crispy. Goddamn.
Hit you with a no-look dap up. I was looking at the ceiling.
That was amazing. Also, hold on. Let me just make sure this is on the right fucking mic. We are indeed on the right fucking mic.
Hell
okay,
yeah.
Perfect. That's all I need to know.
Because we don't fuck up.
We've definitely fucked up in multiple different... All the time, actually.
Ever.
All the time.
Ever.
But I will jump on that story. Hold on, I have to finish liking all of your stories.
You can just do that later.
Nope. I'm a good friend. I do it immediately.
Oh my God, all these notifications.
I gotta let your girl know I'm better for you.
She won't even see your likes.
Doesn't matter. It's about the principle. Alrighty, so let me jump into the first, this story that I got. It is from r/Am I Wrong, which is not something that I have used before, but here we are, right? It says, am I wrong for not wanting to have sex with my husband anymore? Now, we'll do this the same way as other stories. What do you think? Just off that title, yes or no? Is she in the wrong? Is she not in the wrong?
To not want to have sex with your husband anymore.
Yes, that is correct.
I think she's wrong.
Wow, fucking misogynistic pig.
Because
oink oink.
Because she shouldn't be in that relationship anymore.
Oh, okay, crispy.
Because if it comes to that point where like she doesn't feel like she wants to do that with her partner. Because I'm assuming that she has had the coitus before.
I'm assuming she's had the coitus
and she
before.
Does enjoy it, but like for some reason she
maybe she doesn't. I'm on the assumption she's not wrong because her husband just sucks at having sex and pleasuring her. That's my assumption. I'm gonna go with the generic answer of her husband doesn't know how to please her. Well, and she's tired of being a fucking sex toy that doesn't get to nut.
No, yeah. I side with you on that.
Okay.
I'm just saying that like the problem isn't with her stopping the sex portion. She should be stopping the relationship portion.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So she's wrong for cutting it just that far. Like, oh, I'm just not gonna have sex with my husband anymore.
What if it's a long-term relationship? What if she's old as fuck? I didn't even look how old she is.
She can still get it.
Just facts.
She can still get it.
Yo, facts. Yo,
Oh, it still as good. It wasn't as good.
It wasn't as good. It will never be as good.
It will never be as good. It will never be as good.
Okay, anyway, for background,
hit me with
we are both 37 and have been married for 12 years, and we have one child under 10. Posted on a throwaway and posted on other forums. Messages disabled. Don't want pervs in my PMs. I don't know what I guess DMs?
Yeah, it's like personal messages.
Oh, okay. I used to have a high sex drive when I first met my husband, and very much so when we were dating and married pretty much before children. There's nothing wrong with my hormones or anything. I've been to the doctor, but I just don't want to have sex with my husband anymore. I think it's in the mental more because I'm able to have sex dreams and masturbate just fine, but I am so dry when it comes to my husband and it irritates him. He just doesn't know how to turn me on anymore.
Ooh.
He used to do it so much to me, or for me to turn me on, quotation marks, before we were married, especially before having kids. Some examples are oral sex. He never goes down on me anymore, especially after having a baby. See? I knew he was in the wrong. He thinks it's gross now that I'm a mother and you had a whole baby down there. What a little bitch. Second point, he's gained 70 pounds over the years and it's a turnoff. I gained some weight too, but it was after pregnancy and I worked hard to get my BMI normal. It's just a turnoff hearing him having trouble breathing when we're having sex. Sometimes he gets so tired during sex, he needs an intermission because he got tired and the dick got floppy when it's just been 2 minutes.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh.
Damn. Damn.
Oh. And he's 37, he said?
37, that is correct.
37.
37. Buys me expensive things. My love language is gifts, and he still buys me gifts now, but they aren't lavish anymore. Since he doesn't have to impress me anymore now that we're married, has nothing to do with finances. Our finances are fine.
Oh.
This is fuck up after fuck
this
up.
Fuck up, yeah.
Like, hear me out. Weight aside, right?
Mm-hmm.
I felt like if you've gained more weight, you have gotten better at eating. So use those skills to eat better. Start eating better.
Start eating
her out better. If you're eating all that junk food, but you can't eat your wife's coochie out,
damn.
What you doing, my boy?
Doing? You have a 5-star course meal right there.
Unbelievable. 0 calories. You can eat that all day.
And
extra creatine. Benefits. Yeah, health benefits on point. Unbelievable.
What was it? It was like something like My girl sent it to me. She was like, the same health benefits from like eating yogurt is in.
Yum yum, get it in my tum tum. But yeah, literally, like, fucking, yeah, he's fucking up on the oral sex part. Like, I'm assuming that includes foreplay in general. Like, he's just not doing it. The weight thing, obviously, you know, get in better shape. Just be healthy in general. I'm not saying you gotta be fucking 6-pack abs, but I'm saying, like, you should have a somewhat decent workout schedule just for your own health benefits.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying you gotta be fucking making sure your weight is at, like, 5% body fat. Like, no, nobody gives a shit about that. Most people don't give a shit about that. Most people find it disgusting, actually. Not most people. Most of my homies, actually, I take it back. Most of my girl homies, when I show them a dude with like 5% body fat, they're like, "Oh God, no.
Yeah,
he's too much. He's skin and muscle. That's it."
But it's like you can kind of see into their personality when it gets to that point.
I guess, but some people like that's their like whole career, right? So like for those people, completely understandable. But for most of my girl homies, they like a nice like middle ground. You know what I mean?
Like
they like I want abs, but not like only abs and that's it.
Yeah.
I want abs, but like a little bit of bulk to it. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, exactly. Sure, that makes sense. You want a guy who's like, anyway, point is, cardio. Just work on cardio, my dude. All right? Buy me expensive things. Her love language is gifts. I'm assuming he already knows that. The fact that he doesn't buy her the shit, like, he still buys me gifts, but they aren't lavish anymore. If you know your wifey likes lavish shit, you gotta keep buying some lavish shit. Assuming, of course, that your finances are all good, and it makes it sound like she makes it sound like the finances are all good there.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, it's not from a money standpoint, it's more so from a, I don't want to buy these things for my wife anymore because I don't have to impress her anymore. That's his mentality, which is wrong.
Last like I'm done the race. Like
yeah, I'm done the race. I don't need to keep going. The race is never done.
It's never done.
It's never done. Anyway,
until you die, bitch.
You die, motherfucker. Last point: he doesn't take our child to the doctor or to and from school or to any school events. It is my job because I'm the mother. He doesn't want to be in a woman-dominated area. Pediatricians and school events are mostly mother-filled. It's true, but so what? You're a father. Facts.
So he's misogynistic and lazy on top of all
pretty
this.
much. I feel like usually when you're bad at sex, it comes from that mindset. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like a lot of my girl homies who have told me about shitty experiences with men, it's like, oh, I don't want to go down on you. I don't want to foreplay you. Just take care of my needs. Do everything for me.
Like, oh, you hate women.
Yeah, you just. It's not just you hate women. It's also that mindset of like sex is a man thing. It's not for women. Women are just there to please the men. It's crazy when you say it out loud like that, but like that's their mentality.
Oh my god,
that's their mentality. Bro.
Way over deep in the red pill
gang. Yeah, fucking. Ooh. Anyway, she goes on to say, I think it's just an excuse, but he claims he's uncomfortable being around single moms and an area where there's mostly moms and their kids and where there's hardly dads in sight. I don't see why that's a problem for you. Just fucking here's the man up. Do your due diligence as a father. Like, goddamn.
Even like what's it called? My coworker, because his daughter like does gymnastics and stuff, and it's like the same situation. Like, he usually like sits there for hours with like all the other like single moms. And it's just part of what he has to do as like a dad.
It's just like part of being a parent. You're gonna go fucking support your kids. Now I don't understand why he's sitting there for hours. Could he not just like drop her off, go?
It's because there's other shit, and then come back? They're young. The kids are young.
Oh, they're like young.
Yeah, so it's like if something happens,
they need to be there right away. Yeah. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, because like, I asked the same thing.
I was like, couldn't you just drop her off and then go do like groceries or some shit and then like come back? And he's like, nah, like this is
4 hours.
Damn. Yeah. I'd be playing video games the whole time. I'm not gonna go cap.
He needs to bring his Switch or some shit. I would
if that place has Wi-Fi, I'm using it. I'm playing like online games. I'm fucking watching YouTube videos.
Yeah.
You'll see me there. Like if I'm not recording my daughter doing her gymnastics routine, I'm fucking watching YouTube videos on like how to build how to build productive. Be productive, how to do this and that, like fucking like do something, right?
But no, it's actual insanity what this guy does, because like his free time is literally spent on his kids.
I mean,
like taking them to like sports and shit.
I ain't gonna lie to you, that's your life as a parent. Like, if you're not ready for that, if you can't see yourself in that situation, you're not ready to be a parent. If you are not willing to accept the fact that you will have little to zero free time once you have children, you are not ready to be a parent. Like, I'm telling you, right, and especially, like, in this day and age with, like, what's it called? Where, like, nowadays, it'll take, like, usually both partners working to fucking, like, pay the bills and shit. If you are not willing to fucking put yourself out there and do that, it's not happening. It's not happening. Like, I feel like a lot of people that I've seen who are just like, oh, yeah, like, I want to have kids in the future. I'm like, you have to understand what, like, having a child, as much as some people hate hearing it, is a sacrifice. You're sacrificing your time, you're sacrificing your money, and you have to come to terms with the fact that, like, this child could turn out completely differently, like, in terms of, like, interests and shit from what you want. Yeah. Like, it's your job as a parent to give them a specific set of morals and, like, mindset and, like, have them raised in a way where it's just, like, you know, treat others with respect, like, treat yourself with respect, like, all that sort of shit. Like, you know, like, be a good student to a certain degree. Like, school isn't everything, but it's important to learn all that shit. Like, university is, like, important, but, like, depending on what career path you want to take, maybe university is not for you. Maybe it's better to go to a trade. Maybe it's better to go to college.
Your personality as well, like, to grow as a person as well.
Yeah, and, like, as a parent, like, you have to understand, like, your kids might not fuck with the stuff that you like, all right? But that still doesn't change the fact that you have to fucking support your kids through all of that shit as much as you can. Yeah. So it's one of those things where you have to come to terms with that, and I feel like some people don't. Like, they'll see babies and they'll be like, oh, baby cute, I want baby. But even babies, fucking a lot. You gotta feed them, change their diapers. You gotta fucking give them burpees. You gotta carry them around. You gotta make sure whenever they're crying, you gotta... They don't die. You gotta make sure of all that shit. It's a lot, right? And it's like, if you can't come to terms with that, then I don't think you're ready to be a parent. Yeah. Because it's a lot of giving, and there's no quote-unquote rewards for that, right? There's no...
Well, it's just like, they'll take care of you when you're old.
But even that, you can't assume that. You if that's your mentality for having kids, even then I would tell you not to have kids. Yeah. If your reason for having kids is anything other than I'm raising these kids because I want to raise children, I enjoy the act of raising children and, like, giving them a future, that is something I wholeheartedly want to do, and have the money, time, and energy to do that, then yeah, you should have kids. But if it's anything but that, I would argue, like, shit, dog, maybe wait a couple more years, you know? Like,
big time. I mean, no, for this guy's situation, it's kind of like,
He seems like he's very much like, yo, my daughter needs to do this thing, I'm there for it.
That's what he's doing? Yeah. He is on the fence about his son right now, though.
Oh, about what?
Because, like... He can be a good player because, like, he does hockey and stuff. He does hockey and baseball. Jesus. Yeah, no, he's doing all the sports with these kids. And, like, the thing is...
That shit's pricey, too.
Yeah, no, he's always thrifting to, like, make sure he didn't just find something cheap.
Fair.
Like, always a Kijiji, like, Facebook Marketplace, anything.
No, makes sense.
But the problem is that his kid has, like, severe ADHD, so sometimes he might be acting stupid on the field. He can work really well. He can play really well
when he's locked in. He's locked in. Yeah.
And he was like, great, fantastic. Like, what you did last time, do that again.
But it's tough.
Next time he acted like an idiot. And he blew up on his kid. He was just like, what the fuck?
See, but here's the thing. If you know your kid has ADHD... You have to address that. You have to get them the right help, right? Because I feel like a lot of us grew up with... I'm going to say a majority of my friend group has very ADHD tendencies. Yeah. Am I going to be surprised if all of us went in to do a check and the doctor was like, each and every fucking one of you... Yes, I would not be surprised in the slightest. It would be fine. I'd be like, yeah, I knew this for years. This is not new to me. Yeah. Yeah, of course, but... Come on, man.
It's kind of like how you're dealing with it, right?
Yeah, it's very much like that. But, like, that's the thing, right? And oh man, when you're a parent, bro, the amount of patience you need to have to raise your kid properly, unbelievable. Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah. Like this weekend, I went to a cottage, right? I went with my friend and his family. His family, his family and like his cousins and their family, right? So it was 12 of us. There was one of the cousins' family They have a daughter who's about to turn 1 this year. This month. She's going to turn 1.
Shit. Nice.
And then the other kid is like, I think he's like 5, 6, 7 maybe. I don't know. He's somewhere in that range, right? So obviously like very like, walking around doing stuff, very like bibbidi bop on his feet, right? But he's also just like a kid. So he needs like constant stimulus. 100%. But when you're an adult and you have those times where you're like, I just want to lay down for a minute. Yeah. He's still zooming around. And he's like, yo, let's go do this, let's go do that. And you're just there like, bro, I just want to sit down for a little bit.
Please, chill the fuck out for a second.
But you can't because you can't just be like, yo, sit the fuck down and do no. You're just like, well, shit, like, I can understand why you have all that energy, big dog, but, like, I don't. I'm
tired.
So, like, I remember we were all resting and sitting down for a bit, and, like, honestly, if the weather was nicer that weekend, I would have loved to go out more, but because it was basically raining the whole fucking weekend.
Pretty much.
Yeah, like, we couldn't enjoy that cottage fully. Like...
It is also August 19th, 2024. Yes, I know we said in the beginning.
We did not. We're about to find out near the end of the episode what the date is.
Yeah, one more thing that I was going to mention, like, what kind of sucks in his position is also for team sports like that. Because, like, when it's, like, a competitive kind of thing going on, sure, it's his kid, and, like, there's the patience part, but also if he's going to fuck it up for all the other kids by being, like, very uncoordinated and, like, very stupid on the field, it's not fair on them as well. So he has, like, this tough choice of just, like, if you're not going to take this seriously, I can't keep taking you for this. Like, I'm here for like, supporting you. And make sure that you do good. But, like, if you're not going to do good, then, like, there's no point in me doing this. Like, go do something else. Go to, like, he's even planning, like, I told you my, like, Wonderland scheme.
Yes.
Which I'm not telling you guys because you don't deserve it.
Wow. Okay. Be mean
It's
to them.
classified information.
It's very mean.
Just DM me if you want.
Just slide into my
DM.
DM.
If you want to get into my Wonderland scheme, just DM me. But, he's thinking of, like, just starting to take them to Wonderland. Like, especially because, like, he also lives, like, up in Vaughan. It only makes sense. Just kind of, like, something to, like, have the kids have fun, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not only sports, it's like many other things, and of course it still stands. Like, you gotta support your kids.
Yeah.
There are your forefront in terms of, like, priorities.
I feel like, as soon as you have kids, that's immediately your priority
number one,
for everything, right?
Exactly.
Like, they go above everything.
But sorry for that huge sidetrack right there, but try and find your place back in the story.
Right, I think it was... Hold on, 1 second, sorry.
The misogynist.
So, he doesn't go to any of the child stuff. And then she goes on to say, so aside from that, he's a good dad. So aside from all that bullshit, he's a good dad. Wait, she's going to explain. He puts our child to bed, he cooks us dinner, and he takes care of our child once he gets home from work. So it's not like it's 80-20. I'm assuming she means, like, chore splits and shit like that. He does his load of the child work, but it does bother me that he doesn't go to any of my child's school events because it's apparently only for moms and females. Now, this one, I also agree with her for that because, like, imagine you're the kid in that situation. Not to say that you're not going to enjoy seeing your mom there, but wouldn't you want to see both your parents there?
Yeah.
And, like, if you're the kid, and kids are really perceptive. There we go. Words can be hard. They're very perceptive.
Damn. Fuck. Really hard.
Really, really hard. I'm so hard. Anyway, what? I'm jerking it right now.
My god.
Kids will notice, right? Kids will notice.
Yeah, who's there
and who's not there. And, like, I feel like, especially when they're this young, if you're not willing to put in the effort to, like, bond with your child like that, they're going to grow further and further apart from you until you realize, and then it's too late, and you're just like, well, what the fuck happened? What did I do wrong? And it's like, bro, you didn't prioritize your kid. You weren't there. For such a stupid reason, too. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's moms and females. Look at all this vagina around. Ew.
What is this vagina, Will?
And so she goes on to say, I'm so turned off by my husband mentally and a bit physically since he's fat. See, like, honestly, I'm not even gonna lie.
At least she's honest.
Yeah, no. I get it, right? I get it.
Yeah.
Like, if I added 70 pounds to me right now, I'm pretty sure Flo's gonna be like, I guess. Like,
yeah. But, like, I feel like she has her priorities right, and the bigger mental part is just, like, how he's acting.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like if he fixed up on if he fixed up on his mentality and, like, the way he goes about these things,
she wouldn't care.
I do not think she would give a shit in the slightest. Like, his extra weight is just that extra weight at that point. Like, I don't think she gives a fuck. As someone who was quite the tubby boy back in the day and still catching play, I can guarantee you that women did not really give a shit about my body weight.
But it's like a huge extreme. Yeah, that kind of matters.
Obviously, but
if you're, like, right down in the middle in a way, but you have a good good personality.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't even think it matters. Even if you're to the extreme.
Really?
If your mentality is fucking gorgeous. It this is a women specific thing.
Yeah.
For men, it's completely the opposite. We're fucking dogs. We're fucking.
Oh yeah, I know that.
We're fucking animals. We're disgusting. We see women and we're like, we men care way too much about the physical. Way too much about the physical. And then through experience, we learn, ew, some people are physically attractive and mentally...
I feel like it's funny because, like, over time, like, everyone shifts towards the middle, but, like, it's like women and men are, like, on opposite sides.
Yes.
But over time, you kind of, like, shift towards the middle where, like...
You know what? I'm going to be dead ass with you. I think that shift towards the middle only happens if you mature mentally.
Oh, yeah. No, that's what I'm saying.
And I feel like women have that mentality of, like, I'm okay with a dude who's overweight, like, piping-wise, because, like, he mentally arouses me so well. He takes care of me. He, like, eats me out. He makes sure my pleasure comes first. All that sort of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
She's ready to go.
Yeah.
Her engines are rip-roaring, right? Because most of the time, women are more mature than men.
So, what?
Crazy, I know.
Also. Poo-poo pee-pee.
Poo-poo.
Anyways, women are what? If
you laughed at that, you're not mature.
Anyways, women are more mature than us. Where are we going with that?
But yeah, honestly, I think if it was for guys, I feel like there are a ton of guys who still look for just physical aspects.
Yeah.
And they do not care about the mentality behind the person that's in the body.
Sadly.
Who's motoring our meat puppet of a body. And so for women, they're just like, look, this dude may have a little bit of tum-tum to him, but he eat pussy.
He can still have the pum-pum.
He eats pussy the way he eats food, so I'm all for it. And so, like us men, we're dogs. That was that was where my tangent was going. But then she goes on to say, I'm so physically, turned off by my husband mentally and a bit physically, quotation, since he's fat. We try to have sex since I don't have to keep him unsatisfied. I don't want to keep him unsatisfied. I guess. And basically look for it somewhere else if I just stopped having sex with him altogether. But I will tell you, it's such a bad time for me when I do let him have sex with me. He skips oral sex now. So he'll either spit on his penis, then rub it inside me until I get wet myself, or he will just jam it inside me while I'm still dry, and I will say it hurts, and he will apologize and keep trying until I eventually get wet, which takes a while. I don't get off anymore. After he's done with me, I go to the bathroom and finish myself off.
Oh my god!
I did talk to him about this once, and he got offended and really hurt and thought I was just trying to hurt him since we were also arguing about something unrelated that day. But he hasn't changed any of the things I told him that'll help turn me on. He just thinks that my sex decline is because I'm getting older, but we're the same age. He thinks age and sex works differently for women than it does for men, but I call BS. God. I think he's just lazy, and that's where it ends.
Yes.
And he is. And he is. Sister,
got it right.
Sister, you're speaking facts, dog. Facts on
lazy.
Facts. Lazy ass motherfucker.
Oh my god. Like, There's this guy at Jalal's gym.
Okay.
He's like...
You just gonna name drop my boy like that?
It's okay. Like, I'm not talking about him in this situation.
Hey, Jalal, we're talking about that guy at the gym. You know the guy.
Yeah, you know, he actually knows the guy. I forgot how old
Jalal said he is. Who the fuck doesn't Jalal know in that fucking gym? Yeah, who the fuck doesn't he know at that gym?
That's his second home.
I've worked out with Jalal once at that gym, and I will never do it again, okay? If I value my time, I ain't working out with Jalal. I'll go to the gym, but once I'm done, I'm changing and I'm going for a walk. Because by the time I'm coming back from that walk, he'll still be there.
He'll still be at the gym.
Not doing his workout.
Now you see what I'm dealing with on a weekly basis. Now you see why I had to take a 1 month hiatus from going to the gym with him.
I'll be honest. Look, hear me out. The way I finished my workout and then I immediately went on the treadmill, I walked for an hour on that treadmill.
Yeah.
And we weren't done.
I easily get 20k steps.
Jesus.
At the gym with Jalal.
Yeah, man. Jesus.
But yeah, there's this guy. I don't know if it was like 70 or 80, but he's like ripped, like fucking physical embodiment. That's the goal for like that age range. So if someone like almost like double this guy's age, this is 37.
Yeah.
Double this guy's age can like function that well.
Lay down the pipe like that?
Yeah.
It's going to be a really sad day when I get too old and my PP stops working. I hope it never happens. I hope it never happens, but I'm going to be really sad for the day where, like, I can't bust a nut anymore because I'm just so old, it doesn't work anymore.
Well, I mean, like...
Or, like, it just doesn't get up like it used to. The old boy doesn't work like he used to.
But, I mean, like, at that age, it's kind of like you do not care what happens to you. Like, you'll take any kind of medication.
No, but I don't want to take
You don't want to?
No, like, what I mean is, like natural.
Naturally.
Like, natural performance. I'm going to be so sad when that day comes. Because I feel like a lot of my identity right now is like, wow, look at that whore.
And then look at you. Look what you turn into.
I'm still a whore. Just for
it's still.
I still love eating pussy.
It's still
no one
can take that away.
Yeah, no one can ever take that away. You know what? Yeah. Till the day I die.
You'll have Parkinson's and then you'll do even better. Oh,
you want to see my new fingering technique? I call it Parkinson's Extreme. Does Parkinson's only affect your, like, limbs, or does it affect your entire body?
I think it's your entire body.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna stick my tongue out with that Parkinson's extra large dosage. I'll be there. I'll be like those massage guns.
Yeah. No, but, like, haven't you seen, like, I've seen a guy with Parkinson's, like, eat soup, and it's, like, it's kind of sad, actually, because, like, they're really struggling to, like, actually, like, keep it in their mouths, but... Soup? They can eat something else.
Pussy.
Yeah, pussy. So yeah, at least you'll have that. You can still be a whore. Don't worry.
I'm gonna fucking keep eating pussy.
Exactly.
Till the day I fucking die. You know what? That's how I want to die.
Hell yeah.
I want to die with the golden nectar of the gods flowing into me.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Hell yeah, preach about it.
But yeah, fucking your husband sucks.
Yeah,
unfortunately, he doesn't suck on your pussy. So
nope.
Until he fucking actually decides to take responsibility and give you better sex, you're gonna be in a horrible marriage. I would advise maybe lube.
Yeah.
Like, that's the lazy man's way of doing it. Lube's your best friend, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, you can boycott him and, like...
You can boycott him and be like, look, if you're not going to give me foreplay, we're not going to fuck anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
And if he is so against foreplay that he's like, then we're not having sex, oh man,
that's
he's
not
gonna be suffering.
Yeah, no, he's not going to last long.
If it becomes a pride thing of like, well, I don't want to eat you out because you've had a baby down there. I'm like, bro, like, that's your fucking kid. That
Who put it there?
Yeah, you put it there, stupid
idiot.
Oh, God. Literally. Jesus. My goodness.
Dumbass.
Anyway, that's been another episode of...
I hate him.
Yeah, I hate him too. Fuck this guy.
He's
in denial.
He's in denial.
About how much he sucks at sex.
Fucking stupid asshole.
Bitch ass motherfucker. Anyway, that's been another episode of In Denial with your boys, Nejay and Kiyan. Kiyan, thank you for being on.
Of course.
You got something for the lovely listeners back at home? Some sort of horrifyingly fucked up joke.
What did one lesbian bullfrog say to the other lesbian bullfrog?
Ribbit?
That would be an alternative. They're right, we do taste like chicken.
Bye-bye.
Bye.